Hey everyone, welcome back to 12 Days of Autumn with Daisy and Chrissy. We are on to technically day 11, but this theme is for day 12, and it is to use a mood board. And I chose one from Paper Issues from October, their Swanky swatches. And I picked 3 pieces of thread that kind of represent the 3 middle colors. So that purple, that pink, and that orange, and that's the color scheme I'm going to work with today. And I had a few photos to kind of play with and see what I want to do. And my idea here is I'm taking a star that I created and I'm going to use on another layout really soon. And it's the star that I used to create the layout about our autumn activities. So do you remember how I created a star layout for that I'm sure it was like about 2 weeks ago now, but that is where the star came from. And I'm just using some Shimmer's paint to kind of create the star to go around as well. I'm trying to make this a little bit artsy, a little outside my comfort zone. So I'm just experimenting. And so it's a few different steps to it. I use, like I said, a few pieces of Shimmer's to do that. I stitch. It took me a really long time to stitch this. I haven't been feeling the best. If I sound out of breath or anything, I don't even know how far along I am now, but at least about halfway through my pregnancy. I don't know. Baby's due in really, really early February. We're expecting it to come, about the 26th of January because of being induced. And I am just feeling very pregnant. And so this has taken me a while. I've been working. I've got 2 little ones. You know the drill. So I just kind of went with it, finished my stitching, decided to add a little bit more shimmers to the stars. I really liked the way that looked. I was not liking my photos and what was kind of creating with them. It just wasn't coming together. So I kind of am like, I don't know. I'm not like, I like it. It's obviously a good starting point, but it needs more. And so what I'm going to end up doing is kind of just putting my photos back down to look. I am planning on using these 3 to begin with. It just doesn't happen. And so instead I'm going to fussy cut out these stars that I had done on this white so I can back it on another piece and maybe tuck the photos underneath the stars is kind of what I'm thinking here. And it's going to work out a lot better than this original idea. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. It takes me a little bit. This process, I kept it all in, all of it. So you can see, there you go. You're going to watch me start to fussy cut it. I had picked another photo. This photo was taken last Thanksgiving, maybe before Thanksgiving, but last autumn probably. And my idea was to use that. I didn't know the other theme was thankful. That's going to be our theme. Was supposed to be today's theme. I just mixed it up. And so I have that in the back of my mind too, but that's not what's going to happen. So, okay, I'm much happier with this, but now I want more color to it. So I'm going to go back to the exact same 3 shimmers colors that I have, and I'm just going to respray those stars so that there's more pop of color to them. And I love the way that turned out finally. It worked really, really well. I do kind of get everything glued down and decide it's still not quite enough. So what I do, and I do this off camera because my phone is charging and I really want to get this done, is that star stencil that I have used and multiple times this month already for this series. I go ahead and use it in the gold, and I think it's called Gold Mine, and it's a textures paste, and I am right at the end of this. I use it all up for this layout. But it gives a really nice shiny gold appeal to it, and I just kind of do it in the background where I know my photo isn't going to be, and mostly where the stars are not. They still are on it a little bit, but I love the way that turns out. And then here are my 2 photos I'm going to actually go with. So these are just photos of Nora cuddling with me. This is a rare moment, actually. She's not much of a snuggler like in the daytime. She came up and sat by me one day and gave me a little cuddle, and it was for about a good 5 minutes, and that's quite rare for her. So this is a very special moment, and I just happened to have my phone right next to me, so I was able to document it. And I just love these photos. They're just sweet, and that's all that it's going to be about. And then, like I said, I'm going to add the texture paste, and then I'm going to pull out my Maggie Holmes, the newest collection. Is it Willow Lane? Is that the name of it? To do my title, and the tiny bit of embellishment I did, because now there is a lot on this page, right? There's shimmers, like different sets of stars, there's texture, there's my photos. Like, it didn't need a whole lot more, so I'm going to go ahead and go with just adding a little bit. And it works perfectly. My title is going to be Snuggle With You, which is pretty basic and simple, but I love the way it turns out. And then I'm just going to do a half border of this red to bring in just a little bit more color to my layout, and that basically does it. So please check out Daisy's take. She should be posting the actual thankful theme that we have for today. It may not be up until tomorrow. We both have just been crazy. And then I will have my other video up sometime tomorrow for you. I promised you I'd have it done by Wednesday, so I'm going to keep that promise. It'll be up sometime tomorrow. Even if it's midnight, it will be up. And I hope you enjoyed this series. We are planning on coming back in December, so stay tuned for that. I'm not exactly sure. We haven't decided on dates yet, but we are coming back. So we'll see you then. And yeah, I love this series. It's definitely one of my favorites. I love to do anything with Daisy, considering she is my scrappy bestie. All right, guys, this is wrapping it up. You'll have a look at my final layout here, and I will see everyone really soon. And I have about 5 other layouts to share with you this month, so they will come up pretty soon as well. Take care. Bye.